What is going on, everybody, and welcome to another Beta Memoirs. And yes, it is the last couple minutes of the market. Today has been it's been a great day in the markets. This volatility, the ranges are nice and big. Again, a lot of different money shifting around. Tomorrow will be quad witching. There's a lot of money that's supposed to be essentially dropped, right? And a bunch of contracts being switched tomorrow. I think at that point, what's going to happen is we're going to see one. I think we're going to see one more dip, and I think we're going to see one more dip, possibly to this 44.50, maybe even 44.60 tomorrow. We're starting to sell a little bit here, but ultimately, I think from that point, what we're going to see tomorrow is there's going to be a huge move, either up or down. I mean, there's always a 50-50 chance. It's one thing you need to keep in mind, and why it's always important to try to be patient. I've always realized that the longer or the more patient you are when things are happening, especially at the bell, that the better off you are. You want to see the direction before you start to actually taking trades. Yes, I've taken trades straight out the gate. Sometimes I still do that, but there has to be good reason too, right? There has to be good momentum. Perhaps it is a fantastic earnings. A lot of times when the earnings come out, what happens is there is no pullback, and the market would, or that particular stock will just run. Being said, tomorrow there's going to be again a big move, really depending on seeing what happens with that big move and what happens with this quad witching. I think this move could come early or it could come later in the day. It's something you just have to be mindful of and watch your stops and be on your toes tomorrow. If you can wait enough and catch it correctly, if you're spending enough time in the market, you can see the moves start occurring just before they happen. And sometimes it's ever so slight. Sometimes it's a little bit more obvious. This has been a little bit more obvious. It's been playing this range, waiting for institutions to come and just start buying it back in. So when that happens, again, buy back or sell, right? To keep in mind. So just again, make sure you go either way. If it does break this, we really don't want it back below this 44. It's roughly around that 44.32-ish mark. That is where the 50 is on the daily. If that does break that, I think we'll have bigger problems. But it has been holding the 50 very well, and it's been continuing to consolidate over the past couple of days, which is good because that means we're building a base. And why there will be a big move out of this. Possibly, more likely, I think it's going to be tomorrow. Just, again, make sure it starts to move in the direction you want it to go before you actually just jump in, or you have a solid support with a solid stop tomorrow. But yeah, so that's what I got for the general markets. QQQs, again, same thing. It's just been playing range, waiting for everything to break out. Google had it's a big dip and not bad. Rip back up today. But ultimately, even on the daily, on this was breaking out. There's a lot of setups on Google. Google specifically. Google has one of the best daily charts as of right now. I know it's kind of hard to see it with all my studies on here. Let me see if I remove my studies off of here, and that'll probably clean it up a little bit better. But Google has a nice break, right? If you want to actually draw this out, it looks like there's a break and a retest on Google. I can see this actually flying tomorrow. That's what I do like about that daily. There's a couple of them that are like that. This one already had the break today, which I did miss this one today. I was a little upset. I caught part of it, part of the upper part, but I did miss this yesterday or today. And then you have Apple. Apple is getting close. It could break. Apple is different, though. A lot of times it's had a good run. And so a lot of times what happens with Apple is it's just going to die off and stay stagnant for a while. So I'm not really expecting a lot from Apple tomorrow. Facebook, on the other hand, it could get a candle above and rip tomorrow on the daily. It's been holding this level fairly well. But being said, then you have ones like Roblox, which looks like it's Kind of getting the same thing here. I mean, I don't want to draw anything too like obscure when I'm trying to do these trend lines to try to make it fit to what I'm seeing. But the reason why I like Roblox, not only because of this, but it's been holding this 82 mark really well. I actually picked up some monthly calls here and hopefully try to go tag that 90 again. It's been playing this range really well. Again, they had some statistics that came out yesterday on everything as far as the user growth base. I mean, the numbers are just ridiculous on Roblox themselves. Square, I sold this today. It actually came into support. I wanted to jump back in if it does break back over. So that's something I'm watching. And once it essentially breaks back over this 256 mark. So I did catch it yesterday and then wrote it up today. I kept a tight stop. With all that jumping around, tagged me out this morning, or this afternoon, I should say. Snap, again, back at support. It broke back over and retested today. Snap could be a good one tomorrow. Again, what I want you to keep in mind too is we got the Fed coming towards the end of the month. We got a lot of different stuff going on, and so being said, we want to be mindful of that. A lot of the stuff I'm talking about is going to be intraday because yes, we may have a big run tomorrow. It may even bleed into Monday. To be honest, we've had down like a week and a half down, so I might actually see something pushed sell off on Tuesday and stuff for the Fed stuff. So that's something to keep in mind. But we do have a lot more contracts coming up, like bigger rollover contracts. I believe there's another one at the end of the month, and then there's another big roll in October. So being said, that kind of lines us up with the new earnings in the holiday season. So just be mindful. A lot of these are going to be intraday plays, but we're going to be setting up for longer swings into the earnings run up. And I know a lot of stuff is high, but considering the current situation, considering the amount of money that is going on floating in the markets, considering there's a lot of green flags for growth, I don't think we've seen anything yet. I think these numbers will jump even more than what they are now because of the current situation. Innovation is a huge thing, and we have to understand that we can't go after old statistics when it comes to the stocks and determining really what a company is worth because of innovation and what it can do and the doors that it opens for a lot of other different things and a lot of different opportunities. And so we're starting to see that. Amazon looks like a nice break, a nice watch for tomorrow as well. So something I would keep on watch. There's a lot of really good FANG stocks that are. Shop is another one that has another break here to watch for tomorrow. Don't try to make your list too crazy. This break I missed today on TTD. I've been watching the past 2 days because it's been hitting that 70 mark. I didn't pull the trigger on it, so I did miss it on this one. It did pop today. Tomorrow I'm actually looking to see if it does dip back down. If it does dip, I might buy shares in TTD tomorrow. Airbnb has actually had some good momentum over the past couple of days. It is hitting resistance. Now, so we'll have to see how this one does. How that one does, but ultimately, now another one that's breaking out. Looking for a retest tomorrow and see where that goes. Docs looks like it's actually building up here, which I do like. We may get one more day on this before this breaks out. So something I want to keep on watch tomorrow, because the breakout might occur, especially if the whole market as a whole starts running. Docs might actually run pretty well. AMC tanked towards the end of the day. BYND, I'd actually realized this had dropped this far down today, but it is popping back. I think they actually had some news, I think, about McDonald's. I don't see Beyond Meat. There's some specific news. I think they are pairing with McDonald's or something, and that shot that up. But that's something else. CMG's actually been doing really well today. Had a nice retest and pop. Chipotle, I missed this one again today. I was watching it, but then got distracted. I've been playing SPX mostly with everything that's been going on because there's been bigger moves in the SPX as opposed to some of the individual stocks. Liquidity is, again, a lot better as well, too. So that's why I've been playing a lot more SPX. But that is pretty much what I got for you guys. Again, tomorrow is Friday. Don't risk too much. Be mindful. Again, if there could, I believe there will be a big move tomorrow. It's just depending what direction and how fast, because I believe it will be fast. You just need to be patient with it and let it show you which direction it's going to go before hopping into anything and then catching the tail end of it. Again, typically I try to look for these almost two standard deviation move in one direction. That allows me to determine that, hey, there should be a buy coming up here. Where's my zone and what am I looking for? And then that point, take an entry. That way I can keep a tight stop on it and then let it pop out of there. But again, that's pretty much what I got for you guys. Until next time, I'll see you guys later.